Hello everyone, today we're back, and looks like a big bowl of blood. Yeah. On today's episode of Grim Dawn, we're going to continue through the village of Darkvale, looking for Karaz, the Sigil of Chthon, to kill his ass and cut off the head of the snake. Hopefully. Accomplishing the story of stories and things and stuff and doohickeys. Nothing. Nope. So Darkvale, this whole area is actually chock full of reading material, and it honestly is one of my it's one of my favorite parts of the game because of all this malaise, I guess you would call it. There's just lots of stuff going on subtly in the background that you can pay attention to, and you're like, oh, revelations. So, revelations as in, I had a revelation, not the apocalypse, because that doesn't exist in this universe. Although it is very post-apocalyptic kind of stuff, and is very similar in many ways, except, not any huge dragon beasts and other stuff happening. Let's see. Yes, I think we use some dynamite. Still got 3 out of 3. Perfect! And, Marauder's Talisman? Do I have that already? I don't. What does it do? Firing 2 pistols at the same time with lethal accuracy. Doesn't sound like a thing that we need on this build, but let's read Mayor Bridgewater's journal. I'm not one to wish ill on anyone for their beliefs, but I could say I like this new faith spreading around town. I can't say I like this new faith spreading around town of late. With all the frightening rumors coming from the north, religious fanatics stirring up the populace is the last thing we need. Heath Strickbow says the religion of Chthon is not new, but in fact very old. Well, if it's been around for so long, how come I have never heard of it? One of their preachers invited me to sit in and listen on their sermons to dispel any ill feelings I have towards the matter. They seemed innocuous enough, but the obsession with blood and rejoining their god at the end of days left me uneasy. Another person has gone missing. Last week it was Tom, who I admit was a drunk and a nuisance to the town, but this week it was Mary Tess, the town seamstress. Zarya told me that she saw Mary leaving town with a group of refugees just as Trevor did a few days prior. At least Trevor stopped by my place to say he was leaving, but Mary, she didn't say goodbye or take anything with her. It's all just very strange. As I write this, I am preparing to meet with the town leaders to work on a way to handle all the travelers passing through Darkvale Gate. Hundreds come through every day now. Thankfully, most don't stop, but if this keeps up, we will have a real problem on our hands. I don't know what is going on in the capital, but it has everyone concerned. Gregor Bridgewater, Mayor of Darkvale. Even the name of the place sounds foreboding, right? Like, it's Darkvale. It's Darkvale. You know, darkness and the veil will be lifted. The reason that I'm going through all the houses is for the lore pages. And the occasional dynamite chest, you know. It's certainly not for the interior design, let me tell you what. Hey, fuck you! And you. You too. Got you too. And you're dead. What's some... Nothing. Ooh. I will take money. Money is always worth it. Zarya's journal, page 1. Oh, you summoned that still after you died. Look at that. Oh, all right. Actually, we'll collect all of Zarya's journal before reading through it all. Because I have part 1, so I'm assuming there's at least a part 2, possibly a part 3 and 4. The bathhouse. This is... Okay. Let's just take a look, shall we? These people all look like they're very clean. Been soaped up. Really being taken care of by the customer service in the bathhouse. The process of collecting blood was so slow it was driving me crazy, so I set up a 2-tank system. Then I rigged the public bathhouse plumbing with a drain switch. Now we can drain the water from the tubs back into the water tank, but when I flip the switch, the drain will go into the second tank where the blood can be stored. However, the pulley system with the hooks was the crowning accomplishment. It hides out of sight when not in use, but when we are ready for sacrifices, Zarya has provided me with the nightshade root to dissolve with the bath salts. Combined with the hot water, it should lull our guests to sleep. Then we drain the water, perform the rites, flip the switch, and collect the offerings without spilling a single drop. It took some effort, but I am proud of what I have set up. It's the first step to the mass collections we will need to speed up the process. I cannot wait to tell the others. Darkvale Carpenter. Okay, well, obviously I was expecting something a little bit more sinister in the writing. But, you know, having a carpenter be super excited about his carpentry work in draining the blood from people is a very close second to what I was expecting. Oh, God. Makes me feel so much better about just the wanton slaughter of cultists. Truly. Pop that shrine open, kill a bunch of demons, show them who's boss. We're gonna get some more devotion points. Kill Zarya the Carver. Oh. I haven't finished reading your journals, so if you could kindly fuck off while I do that. Yes, yes. There's Zarya's journal, page 2. I guess we'll just go ahead and use page 1 and 2, right? Because it's not likely there's going to be a page 3 after we have just sent her into oblivion? With a reaping nature. Zarya's journal, page 2. Page 1 first. Everything is proceeding as the Blood Lord had intended. My year-long employment as the town's apothecary has earned me the people's trust, and I am now in the perfect position to spread our cause. And for those who refuse to listen to reason, who refuse to embrace the truth that is Cthon, my position as healer has made it an easy thing to take life without arousing suspicion. A little bit of powder from the Astrakhan nightshade root mixed in with prescription will put anyone to sleep for hours. After that is a simple matter of retrieving the dissenter and perform the required observances. With each person we return to Cthon, I carve his sigil in their flesh. For me, it is the most important step in the early stage of the draining ritual. The blood drains quickly from a slit across the carotid artery and drains into the specially prepared oak casts that the carpenter, another blessed by the Blood Lord with this task, prepares for me. Not as nice as the glass vessels we have been preparing, but much easier to hide suspicion. The blood is stored in a second barrel, weighed down with stones weighed down with stones and then sunk to the bottom of the lake. Nearly every death over the last year has added to our tribute with no suspicion falling upon us. But now, with the servants of the false gods arriving at the capital and spreading havoc across the empire, our time has finally arrived to reveal ourselves from the shadows and usher humanity into the end times. All shall receive the gift of reunification. Servants of the false gods arriving at the capital. I can't imagine. I wonder if she's talking about the ethereals? I have been informed by messengers of the Blood Lord that the preparations for the resurrection at the necropolis have begun. Our time to seize the town is now. The sheriff and his peacekeepers will be dealt with first. With them gone, the remaining civilians will fall in line with our doctrines or be harvested for the ritual. I have already dispatched my loyal Bloodsworn to barricade the Darkvale gates, trapping the refugees inside. They will all fuel the ritual in due time. Once news of this reaches the Black Legion, We will have to be prepared for a counter-assault. I will personally see to converting the frightened and misguided who remain in Darkvale. If they will not join our cause, then they can dance at the end of a rope and be trained as encouragement to those who have yet to choose. They must all learn there is no place safer than under the guidance of the Bloodlord. They must come to understand that there is no peace to be found in the lands to the south. Only in the warm embrace of Catan will we truly be where we belong. Azaria the Carver. And we just blew her head off, so I feel better about reading that, truly. Actually, do we put in... Let's nab the Rift Gate real quick. No new skill points. I do need to do some devotions, though. We've got 4 points to put in. Need to finish out the Reaper here. Revenant. Sorry, I know what I'm talking about. 6% of attack damage converted to health. Fuck yeah. 10% attack speed and casting speed. I don't really need the pet bonus, but that other shit is cool. Raise the Dead. Chance on attack. The necrotic energies required for this ritual are very unstable, however, and the undead minions will only exist for a limited time. 3 summon limit, 2 skill recharge, lives for 6 seconds. They do vitality and ether damage because fuck yes they do. And let's see. We want to put it on an AoE effect because the AoE, if it hits multiple enemies, it has multiple chances to proc that. So that is definitely where that goes. I would have to take some more time to think about what exactly I'm doing beyond this because I haven't so far. This was my first big stop on this train. So we'll see about figuring out those other devotion points afterwards. Hey, fuck you. Did we get a skeleton? We got a skeleton. Perfect. Everything is awesome. Going the wrong direction, though. And he has disappeared because 6 seconds is up. I need bigger mobs, really. Like, if you guys could just give me bigger mobs so I could have some skeletons, please. I just want to embrace my true necromancer nature. Where are my skeletons? Okay, where are my enemies? Show me my enemy! Truly. Are you all hiding? There we go. Well, I didn't even get a chance to push the button because everything evaporated. Did it too late that time. I am too powerful for my own good. No skeletons out of that one. Real tragedy. Real tragedy. Dead bodies. Okay. Alright. Ooh, lots of components. I do like that. Not even gonna try. The ability, like the devotion itself, is giving us a lot of just added bonus damage, so, and health. It's just all around increasing everything. So the fact that the skill is has an activatable ability or aspect to it isn't necessarily the most important thing about the devotion. I'll take it. Blood for Cthon. Let's see what we've got here. I try to console them. I tell them everything will be alright. Their eyes go wide with fear as I find the spot between their ribs and push the blade in. They always cry and it makes me a little sad. They do not yet understand. I watch the blood as it flows down their naked legs and into the large basin I have placed below their suspended form. Cthon calls for every drop. To ensure I get it all, I begin by making shallow cuts, first the legs, then the torso, and lastly the arms. Slowly their struggle rescinds, and they accept their fate. At last they find understanding. The blood is not theirs, they are only holding it for another, and now it must be returned to Cthon, to whom it rightly belongs. At last their fear is peeled away, and they are happy to give the blood freely. So, yeah. Fucking blood cultists, truly. Fucking gross shit. Gross shit. The ethereals are pretty awful too. I mean, making humans into meat puppets and stuff. But I just like, ew, just ew. Just both the ethereals and the Chthonians are fucking ew. And as a person with all sorts of necrotic abilities, I'm going to destroy you all. And I'm going to feel so good about it. So good. More dynamite. Fuck yeah. I love it. Did you just try to shoot me? Damn. No skeletons. I suppose ground stomp might have actually been better, huh? Because it's a bigger area. Oh, I did get a skeleton. Look at him. Look at him. He's gone. 6-second duration is kind of hilarious. Let's be honest. Okay, let's see. Nope, no skeletons. Do I need to go probably down here, right? Bitch, you better be glad I was not standing any closer to you. Ooh, this is a big group that's all dead already. It's a shame that you can't put this this devotion on a fucking passive. It's really sad stuff, because I would probably have permanent skeletons, if we're being honest, anytime I walk anywhere near a group of enemies, because they just fucking explode. Okay, yeah, if you just want to stand there and let me kill you, I'm fine with that too. The end is upon you. I have arrived. Now you die. All the blood that you're collecting for that big-ass tentacle monster in the sky, I hope it was worth it. Oh, heavens. I'm definitely hitting my Q button more often now, even though you probably really can't tell because it doesn't have much of an effect to it. Yeah, but it is happening. Ridiculous. Oh god. This is part of the reason it's so much fun to play on normal, because you're not losing out on much experience. You're losing 10% on each of these kills, but they all die so fast that you can just farm the game. Like, you can essentially speed run the game and get so much XP that you don't really need to struggle for that extra 10%. I don't know if the loot drops get any better in Veteran, or if you're using Veteran. I don't know. I don't think they do. But it certainly doesn't seem worth it. Unless you just want to, like, fucking make it a pain in the ass for yourself. Okay. Still trying to find Karaz, because he's hiding like a little bitch. He won't come out and face my impending doom. And I am having less than none of that. Thank you. Okay, alright. Here, yeah, dead. Here we go. Here's the pit. Any skeletons? No skeleton? Oh yeah, there's one. Okay. They're just really difficult to see, apparently, because it's so dark and they're black skeletons for some reason. I'm fine with that. Alright, the big blood void in the middle of existence here. Let's go open this gate Kill this motherfucker. Where you at? I see you. I see you. I hear the boss music. Fight me! You summon all those fucking minions, and they just die. I give no fucks. The minions are the worst part about every boss fight, too. Like, this feels so good. Felnosh the Unraveler. You know what, buddy? With all the lifesteal that I have, I really don't think you're going to be able to do anything. Hey, a skeleton. He's gonna... There he goes. Disappeared. And Karaz is dead. Final sermon, the end of times. Karaz's tome. I'll pick up some more gold stuff. What do you got in here? You got any blues? Ooh. The Black Grimoire of Ognepesh. That is a dynamite. Nope, that's just a big chest. I'll take it, though. Could have been better. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. Obviously, the climactic nature of that boss fight was a little bit soured by just how fucking powerful I am. But it still felt very good after reading all of that awful garbage from the cultist leading on to it. So, we'll be back next week to continue on with the story. But thank you so much for hanging out this week. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, I'll catch you next time.